Hi, Bob Ray for Ray's Tennis. This is part 3 of a 4-part series on how to pick a racket. Sometimes when you pick a racket, it turns out, you go through all the process and you do everything right, and it's still not right. Well, you can modify it till it is right. If you're trying to match something that you liked in the past, or if you're just trying to change your game, we can use this machine here to get swing weight. It's not necessary to have this machine for getting balance or just for weighing it, but it is a very precise scale. But what it does do that you normally can't do is give you swing weight. And swing weight is not just head heavy or head light, but how the weight of that is in the racket is distributed. To do that, we put the racket here and then let it go. And it gives you a reading here. For balance, I like to do it this way. This gives me 170 milligrams on, grams on the handle, and this gives me 156 grams on the head. So I know from doing this that I've got a 14-gram difference head light, and that makes it easy if I want to change it so that the head is heavier. I can add weight. Usually we use lead tape. This is 1/4-inch lead tape. Usually you put it in this sector of the racket because that not only adds weight, but it gives torsional stability by being on the perimeters here. You can achieve the same thing in terms of balance, of putting the weight up here. But again, swing weight is how the weight is distributed, not just the balance. You can put lead tape down here if you want to make it lighter in the head. Usually, to get more spin, you'd want to add weight down here. You can put it underneath the grip too, but that's going to increase the grip size. If you just want to increase the weight without changing the balance, you put it as close to the center of balance as you can. To determine the balance point, if you don't want to do it with the scale, you can do it by measuring the racket. Most rackets are 27 inches, this one is. Half of that is 13.5, which puts the balance point just ahead of the throat in this thing. I mean, it's the midpoint. And then you measure from the midpoint. You use that machine if you want. You measure from the balance point how many eighths of an inch it is, and that gives you what they call points. In this case, it's 1.5 inches, which is 12 points, light in the head. I prefer to do it the other way, where I end up with ounces, because then I know when I'm putting the tape on a better gauge as to how much tape to add. You can match a racket that's old for swing weight, balance, and weight, and get it exactly, and it still won't be the same, because an older racket has hit a lot of balls and its resilience is gone. So if you can't match a racket, don't get too excited. Eventually, when you play with the new one, even though all the variables are the same, eventually it will play like the old one. But you're getting rid of the old one because you probably think it's dead. Anyway, Another way you can modify a racket is with the grip. You can increase the size, and that will give you more torsional stability and usually be easier on the arm. Reducing the weight, the size of the grip is difficult. You can take off the cushion grip that's on there and replace it with over grip, which is thinner. That will reduce the grip size. If there's a polyurethane foam under here, you can shave it down. But if it's solid graphite down there, you're out of luck. You can do it on your own, or you can bring it to us and we can modify it for you. Thank you.